So I'm just going to overview a process that you'll want to do when you get to your grade level groups. We're actually not going to do the work right here, but I want to just start you out. One of the things that you might notice as you look at the language standards is that all of them don't have to do with writing. We have standards in the language standards, and they're very clear about that. They're for reading and writing and speaking. And so there's some that clearly are about vocabulary. There's some that are not really clear at all exactly where they're going to fit. So one of the things you're going to want to do when you get to grade level groups is you're going to want to sort. Dig in and sort. Now, I'm going to suggest you do this first part when you get to your grade level groups. You just might want to do a choral reading or a read aloud, maybe a dramatic reading of the standards, since they're so engaging and well written. You know, those great leads that pull you in, and obviously not. Anyway, some way just get yourselves familiar with those language standards. And you might just want to start out with, so which of these most clearly are a part of the writing that these will go in? These will go, obviously the spelling ones do. And so then I think your first job is to sort those standards. Some of them are going to be taught in writing workshop. Certainly the compound sentence work that Jen did with us is very clearly a writing workshop piece. It worked beautifully. And I wouldn't want to do that anyplace else. And for us, very consistent with the brain research, for us to have that experience and then say, what are the rules? What are the observations? What are the guidelines for this kind of a sentence? That's when kids can create that work themselves. It comes in at a completely different level. So which ones go there? Which ones are better in that sentence composing, sentence combining mode? And by the way, we have several books. Connie Weaver talks about that. Aaron Worth and Vinton talk about that as sentence apprenticeship. Mentor sentences in Jeff Anderson. And then this is the Kilgallen work, the sentence composing, and we have middle school, elementary, and high school, and those, there'll be a breakout tomorrow, Friday, focused on that. It might be that this is something, and certainly at the lower grades, a shared or interactive writing, that's where you would teach it, not in their own writing. It might be something that really belongs in reading. Some of the vocabulary things, clearly, this is work that goes into reading. So on the Bitly is a sorting the standards document, which you may choose to use or not. You might want to make one of your own, since we're also good at making grids now. What's the standard? Where does it belong? Or maybe it belongs in a couple of places. One of the things that I want to call your attention to as you do this, because I think it's been very helpful to me, let's put it that way, is this wonderful chart. Oops, the other way. Hello? Oh, pushing the wrong button. Okay. That is on page 30, at the end of the language standards. And by the way, the language standards are at corestandards.org. That's where you'll find them, since you all have laptops. We'll have one copy per grade level group, but and you may have brought your own, but certainly getting to them online. So this will be a handy document, because sometimes you will say, oh, this doesn't all fit, or it doesn't all fit in the workshop model, so which ones am I going to really highlight? And so we can see, this starts at third grade, which ones go across grades. And how might that affect where we choose to teach that standard and how we choose to teach that standard? So this sorting of the standards will be work that you do when you get into your grade level groups. So just take a moment and turn to your neighbor and say, oh, that's going to help me because, or, I've been wondering about those standards. How are we going to teach those? Just turn to your neighbor and make a comment.